Hey there, Silver Tongue Devil here. We are on Battlestar Galactica Deadlock tonight. We are going to be looking at an Operation Anabasis, or Anubis as I used to call it, for reasons. As you may or may not know, or may have read in the description, this game is no longer available. So what a great time to show it off, you know, the game that you can't buy anymore. I suppose it's questionable as to whether you can now pirate this legitimately or whatnot, because if you can't buy it because it's not for sale anymore, well, you know, and you want to play it, there are a few of you that I know picked this one up. I think it went either free to play or very cheap for quite some time before it was pulled. This is easily one of, if not my, favorite strategy and tactics games of all times. I'll get into the whys later on. Battlestar is a cool name, actually, Doc, you're not wrong. So what we're going to be doing, Operation Anabasis, they failed their mission, now they must shepherd thousands of civilians home. So this is basically a sub-mode, a mini-game, a roguelike of the battle system of this, if you will. We will have a persistent fleet, damage taken, so that means damage taken in one sector will follow through. We jump out of there and leave a fighter squadron behind. That's right, they're staying there, they're gone. So it's that kind of thing. So you're slowly whittled down, jump after jump after jump, by, I was going to say the Mistrons, but it's actually Cylons. First and foremost, we are going to pick our fleet. I'll explain how it's all going to work as we're playing. Now, part of the reason why we're playing this game is because I can name the ships after you guys, or give them the names that you want as their ships. Now, what we'll do, how many have we got? Von, Doc, and Kim. So, and then obviously the Rotten Crotch will be flying tonight as well. So let's go for then, in that case, how many Minervas can we get? Minervas, 1, 2, 3, 4. The perfect number of Minervas. What's that at the bottom? Oh, it's just the rest of the Minerva. Okay. So, and yeah, let's have a scout ship. Do we need a scout ship? Anyone in the chat that can go in the scout ship? We'll do these. So, I'll go on top. No, search. Oh, hang on. Can you not put your own in? Yeah, you can definitely put your own in. I'll edit all this out. This is the admin bit. Wait. Hang on a second. No, I'm sure I've named them. Maybe it's only captains you can name. Oh, that shit. Right, hang on a second. Right, hang on, let me just find where the Rotten Crotch is. So it looks like you can rename them fully in the campaign, but you can't in this mode. Ah. Okay, right. You'll all just have to pretend. I suppose that means it doesn't really matter too much what we go for then in that case. I'll just get a fleet out there and show you what I'm doing. So in that case then, you'll all get to be named when you... I'm sure I've called... Choose a ship name. Can't you just... Maybe they just... Oh. Hang on, is that... Oh, that's the name of the... Boo. Right, okay, cool. Right, well, we'll all just have to pretend, won't we? So, we're going to go out with some fairly basic Battlestars with a nice fighter complement. That will cause us a lot of problems. We have a fleet point total of just over 8,000. We're going to be playing it on normal, because normal's hard enough. Cool, let's get out there. I'll explain what I'm doing as we do it. What have you got? Cool. Lots of guided missiles. Good. Minerva. Or Minerva. I think it's Minerva. Could be Minerva. I don't know. I mean, Minerva sounds cooler. So in that case then, we'll do the renaming at a later date. That'll be a whole campaign. The problem is, you see, I don't lose ships, even on the hardest difficulty in the campaign, or at least not very often. And, you know, we play it for the chance to die in glory. I mean, well, yeah, it is die in glorious space combat, is it not? Right, so here are our glorious vessels. These are their sort of like cut down and combat battle stars, for those of you who know or don't know your stuff. Hello, Grism. No corrupted for you. Not now, but we, as I said, Grizz, the campaign. So this is just a sub mode. So we've got some bits and pieces of information here that relate to what happens within this sector that we're visiting and the next. So Cylon processing power means they have less stats, a -3 to the FTL to cooldown time. That's when we jump out, and +1 to the reinforcement countdown. That means their reinforcements take longer. So we want this at a minus, we want this at a plus. So we have a scout ship to try and identify the Dradus blips so that we can then fire our ordnance off at them and then potentially not bother using our fighter. You know what, actually, I might hold this back for now, and we'll use that later. Now, for the observant amongst you, you might be wondering, why do I stack my ships? That is a very good question. So, the way this game works, and hopefully the stacking will become relevant. I'm quite one-dimensional as well with my fleets. I like all of the same because then, you know, it's just easier to manage. Much easier to manage. There'll be proper what are called chalkers that'll be like, oh, the fleet composition's all wrong. Where's your support ships? Where's your this? Where's your that? The whole point of Battlestars is that they can do everything. So why just have one? Why not have 4? So the way the game works is we plot our turn. The enemy does the same, but we don't get to see that. I then hit end turn, and everybody does what I just told them. So, for instance, if I select with a double click, because all the same classes can be selected at the same time by double clicking on one. If I select all of our Minervas and launch all squadrons, that's all fighters launched. We will move this guy over here. We'll move this guy. These are support craft, which won't get a lot of usage. One of them resupplies, one of them resupplies, and we can put additional armor plating, temporary armor plating onto our battle stars or other ships. And this one allows us to overclock systems in essence, but it's classed as jury rigging for the Colonials. We will move up here. You'll see that if I move into the path of something else, it lets us know with a big fuck off red line. What we'll do is we'll come here and we'll bring everything about. Now, we do have a lot of guided missiles, but because the enemy are unidentified contacts at this point, as in we haven't got into radar range, or Dradus, as they call it in the Battlestar Galactica universe, we can't get a target lock on them, so we can't launch ordnance at the moment. That's what the fighters are going to do for us. And then it all moves. Now, I like RTS games, and I like turn-based games. This is the perfect blend for me of both. And the reason being is because in a turn-based game, well, you don't get any of that visceral combat. And in an RTS game, you haven't got time to appreciate that visceral combat, because it's all about clicks per minute and fucking moving everything around as quickly as possible and doing
On it, Commander.
Whereas with this, you plot your turn, press the M button, and it all plays out. Right, we have our fighters launched. It's the system's called We Go, as in I go and you go at the same time, and it's really good, and I wish there was more games in it. There will be much discussion about how there should be a Star Wars game like this, there should be a Star Trek game like this, there should be a Babylon 5 game like this. It's such a good system, it really is. So we are going to, we've scrambled our fighters. I know you can't see much at the moment, the camera work will improve, K2, don't you worry.
Squadron
We're going to send our
confirmed.
fighters off into the black to try and identify these contacts. Now, we've only got 2 turns until we can jump out of here, and their reinforcements arrive in 7. So the smart thing to do would actually be to sit back and just jump out. But I want to show it off a little bit, so let's send those fighters out. The longer we stick around in a sector, the worse it gets for us in this mode. You can see those fighters going off there. And I know people have complained about, like, oh yeah, it's really stoppy starty. It's like, well, yeah, there's got to be some compromises somewhere. I like
Commander.
the level of control that you can get on this game. You really feel it. This game is all about angles of attack, and the various dimensions that you can take on your opponents in space, and fighters. It's all about fighters also. And I do like carrier and fighter combat. So we can see that they've got launched some fighters here. Close in on our fighters. They're almost close enough to identify this. Once they have identified it, they'll attack it. Now, the way the game works is, and it's actually one of the bits of chatter within the game as well, are we just a Draydust blip to them? Yeah, we are. So at the moment, we haven't identified them, and they haven't identified us. They know where we are, but they can't get a lock on us. Cylon tactics are all about overwhelming amounts of missile and ordnance strikes, but if they can't shoot what they in essence can't see, if we don't let anything close enough, they won't make us, and then they can't launch ordnance. Anyway, let's take this guy out, and then we'll hopefully these guys will swing around for that fighter. We'll keep the fleet back here and moving. You'll see that I'm trying to keep my weak ships behind the stack of battle stars with good reason. We've got lots of special things that we can do, including flak fields, which we can activate on the left and right. It will reduce our firepower on that side, but it will also give us a screen to all the ordnance that the Cylons shoot at us. That'll come soon. For now,
Hostile unit identified.
let's watch my fighters blast their corvettes to bits.
Fighter squadron is taking fire.
Part of the reason why I'm doing this, because I don't need to kill these guys. Our FTLs are ready. We can leave now. However, we have fighters out there, and we probably shouldn't abandon them. What I will do is we'll try and bring the battle stars up.
On it, Commander.
We'll take these few out, and then we'll try and recover an FTL out of here before reinforcements arrive.
Hostile unit identified.
The other thing to note as well, ordnance used to come about, I think. Ordnance used. Are you going to make us? So work it out, I think. What is the range on these? 3,000, 4,000. So we are almost in contact range here, so he will probably have us. So let's give him a little barrage. No, so they've made us, hence why they're launching missiles. What is this now? Do I even want to know? I don't think so. There you go, there's one down. Right, let's recall those fighters. What even is this? Oh, I think I know what that is. So, the Cylons have got a missile that they can fire at me that will then magnetize missiles that it goes past and draw them along. So, yeah, if that's what I think it is, we'll see in a minute. Anyway, let's recall fighters. We'll also... The game also works... So, one of the things that I will say is there's a lot going on screen. This game is very deep, but worth getting into. Well worth putting the time into. So, we have a posture system. So, at the moment, we are at a neutral posture. We can move to an aggressive posture, or we can move to a defensive posture, and various degrees in between. I'm usually either neutral, full defensive, full attacking. Attacking does stuff like increasing our gun range and accuracy. Going into defensive stance increases our damage reduction and also repairing of subsystems. And then neutral is a blend between the both of them. I'll go into more detail about all of that later. We also need to make sure that we order a focus fire. And what we're also going to do is we've got a nasty amount of missiles coming in, and if that's what I think it is, I don't want it doing what it's going to do. So we're going to set up a flak field on the left. If we take a defensive posture, the flak field becomes bigger. A neutral posture, it's normal. A attacking posture, it's shorter because you're using the attacking posture for your turrets to fire, not your flak ones to work. Let's see if we can get these guys to... no, that's already... Well, actually, yeah, let's get them to attack. No. Come home. Come home.
Recalling squadron. Missiles incoming.
Good. Good. And there we go. Perfect. Now, apparently it's been updated. One of the things that used to drive me absolutely insane in this is these are my fighters, and they will happily fly through that flak field to get back home. Apparently they're supposed to go round it now, but I don't trust it. So let's turn the flak off, get these guys recalled. We've got reinforcements in one turn. Our very vulnerable ships are all the way over here. That's great. And let's try and pick these fighters up quick sharp. Now, we've been made, which means that we can get shot by everything that comes in. These guys can, because they've been identified. We know this because we got missiles shot at them. These are still blips to the enemy, which means that they can't just fucking absolutely bombard us, which is good. You can play as the Cylons, unfortunately, because I wanted that as well. The first thing I did when I got this game, went into its only skirmish mode though, so you can play as the Cylons, but there's no like campaign or like grand mode or anything, which really sucks. But the first thing I did is I went into skirmish mode, set myself up as the Cylons, and started moving units about, and I was just hoping for a by your command. It would have been amazing, but it's not in there. So that's old Battlestar Galactica, as I'm readily informed. You know, back when Starbuck was a bloke. I tell you what, actually, it's one of the things that I really didn't like about the new Battlestar Galactica when it first came out. It's like, how can you make Starbuck a lady? You know, but yeah, but they did. But it did work really well. So she's different, but a very good character. Right, so you'll see that the Cylons have been reinforced. They've now brought guys right in behind us. These guys will be in Dratus range. These are now revealed. We're going to get blown to bits by missile fire, I would imagine. See if we can do... Are the fighters even in? Where are the fighters? So when we FTL, we have a couple of seconds. When you FTL out, you have about half a turn. I think those fighters are close enough. And if not, well, they'll just have to fucking whistle, won't they? So it says here, everything's ready to jump, indicated by the ticks, but we have active squadrons out in the AO. Hopefully those squadrons will get in time, otherwise this is going to be a very short campaign. So the roguelike element of this, we get two choices of where we're going next. Because we've spent long enough here, we get information on those places. So -3 FTL cooldown, which means we'll be able to jump out quite quickly, and we can get R&R, which we don't need. Rest and repair is fixing armor plating, fixing hull, you know, buying more squadrons, or replacing lost squadrons. Actually, hang on a second. Enables R&R. Oh, actually. Enables repair and resupply. Yeah, those are the same things. Okay, so if we go here, the Cylons will be weaker, and we'll get normal R&R. If we go here, R&R will cost a lot, but we'll be able to jump sooner. So let's go there. And give this guy a little bit of the good news. What are they doing? Everyone did see me put the recall command in, right? So you know how I was saying how if your fighters don't make it back in, they're gone? Yeah. We'll leave them fighting the good fight. Fuck. I mean, this is only a practice run. I'm just teaching you guys how to play it. This isn't the for reals. I'm sure you can I definitely know you can. Well, I have. I renamed my daughter, who is watching me, my one of my youngest daughter, as one of my commanders, and then
transport coming into the fleet.
Named a ship,
Another
the Grey
1,000
Tooth.
people
She's
died home.
for some reason got a grey tooth at the moment. It's gonna fall out soon though. So, right. So that's all of our fighter support gone. And I can only get repairs. Cool. Yeah, apparently this is teaching. I definitely told them to... I don't know what happened there. I don't remember telling that squadron to attack. I told them to retreat. They shouldn't have reacted because there was more people coming in. Anyway, never mind. Right, so we haven't got any fighter squadrons now. We left them all behind. And I didn't even do an awesome replay. So one of the things that happens as we are playing is various civilian ships that they do look a bit penisy as well, but various civilian ships will attempt to try and join our convoy. Bonus points if we can keep them alive.
On it, Commander.
Spoilers. They're not going to survive very long. Not with the way things are going at the moment, because I haven't got any fighter cover now for them. Do we actually use... Yes, we do. So, yeah, as you can see, yeah, let's put a spin on it. So, in an effort to reduce the weight for better flight speed and combat efficiency, we have left our squadrons behind on purpose, thus reducing the overall weight of the ship, making them more aerodynamic. Everybody's happy. The problem that we have with no fighter support is we can't send anyone out to go and help this guy. So,
Commander.
Run, little guy, run. That's so shit. That's completely kiboshed the run. Although we can buy the squadrons back, but they're very expensive. Very expensive.
So say we all.
The reason why I have this little scout vessel is he has a very good Dreadus range. We can increase that Dreadus range. You'll see that's the Dreadus range there. You can increase it by doing that. putting him to a defensive stance. That makes his radar bigger, which means that he can then spot enemies for us easier and identify contacts.
So say we all.
What we'll try and do is that. So one of the other things that we were able to do is we have a boost button. So that shunts all power to engines. For Minervas, it's not great, but for other classes of ship, it allows them to move significantly further at the cost of highly reduced everything, barely any shooting, take massive amounts of damage when you are in this stance, but it allows you to position. So, as is the age-old military doctrine, you take your chances early, boost at the beginning for positioning. There are hazards on the field as well. If we can get in this, even if they have made us on radar, they won't be able to shoot missiles at us. They won't be able to get a target lock. This one just destroys fighters and subsystems. Every ship has a lot of subsystems. Navigation, obviously, going forward and backward, left and right. Fire control, whether you can fire your guns or not. Engineering is to do with repairing of every other system and damage reduction. Your tech bay is to do with being hacked, which is another mechanic, but also to do with your Dratus range. Hangar, it benefits those fighters that I don't have anymore, would benefit them. And then the armory is for the purpose of if we get boarded. Let's not get boarded.
Trigger zone detected.
As far as Battlestar Galactica is concerned, the new one is good. I prefer the old one myself, I think still, but I've probably watched the new one more because it's a lot more readily available. So what we're going to try and do here is we're going to try and make one of theirs, and then so what will happen is this guy will curve around. Hopefully we'll get an identification on this, so we'll be able to fire some ordnance at it.
Yes, sir.
They will then have made this first, and then they'll fire missiles at this, and then we'll try and retreat behind our battleships, and they can bring up the flak fire, and then we can avoid taking any damage. That's the plan. However, we haven't actually met the enemy yet, technically. You know what they say about great plans and contact with the enemy. Come on, little penis ship, off you come. Now, one of the problems that we have is because the toasters have a lot. That's the drog. For you haven't watched the new BSG. That's the derogative term for Cylons. The toasters have a much bigger Dratus detection range than us, being all AIE and shit. Come on now, get out the way. Just move that for a second. Where are you? I've moved you in front of it. There we go. So, we still haven't made Dratus range on them, which is unfortunate. How long till we can jump? 3 turns, okay. Okay, well, that plan didn't work then, did it? Let's go loop under here. In that kind of fashion? No, let's not do it. Okay, let's go there. And then we'll come up next turn.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Well, best laid plans and all that. Let's get off of boost mode. Oh, the little penis that could. Might actually make it. And the other problem that you have as well is whilst things are unidentified contacts, you can focus fire on them, but you won't have as good accuracy. So, yeah, let's throw up a flak field, because they're going to launch in a minute at something.
IFF confirms unit is hostile.
Okay, well, it's not a missile ship, but we've made them before they've made us. That's one of their ships that is basically an out-and-out warship, very similar to the Battlestars. And, yeah, not so great, not so hot on the old sensors. Let's cancel our flak fire in that circumstance. Fire all by increasing the attack stance, but it doesn't really matter in this circumstance. You can increase the size of your salvos in this game. Let's have a look here. He is going to come into range. So now, as I was saying previously, knowing where the weaponry is sighted on your ships is a massive factor in this game. For instance, the Minerva class has Battlestar artillery on the spine. It also has some under here, and then it has a lot of flak cannons here. And you need to bear all of that in mind when you are trying to sight the enemy, and that's why we can move up and down. And also, as we come about and tilt, the roll of the ship matters. So for instance, most of what we have there should be sighted on the enemy, so when they come into range, which is going to be reasonably soon, we should be good to go. We want to make sure we've got our flak cancelled. I was planning on doing a couple of runs. This one's going to be all about how to not use the Minervas. The next run will be all about how to use fighters correctly. There's all of our ordnance going off. It's a reasonably simple system as far as the game is concerned. There are no shields, or at least we don't have any shields. I don't think shield tech is in the Battlestar Galactica universe, or maybe if it is, it's really specialized. I can't remember. But it's all about hull hit points and armor. So you'll see all ships have different armor properties on their different points: bottom, top, rear, front, left, and right. So attacking specific points with overwhelming amounts of firepower is a good thing. Take the armor plating away and chew on that juicy hull. Once we are through the armor plating, we will also start inflicting subsystem damage with a Revenant class. Their engineering bay, I think it is up front. So if we can break their armor and start doing hull damage, it will do damage to their engineering section, reducing their damage reduction and resulting in more damage. Attacking these guys in the face is one of the easiest ways to deal with them. And as you can see, it got absolutely fucking melted. And here comes the next one. And hopefully he didn't get close enough to make us in contact range. Now, those ones are close enough. But that's good, because we're ready to go. Getting scored. We're FTLing out of here. It would be nice to reduce the amount of damage that we take. We've got two options with that. We can set everyone to a defensive stance and reduce incoming damage, because we're probably not going to be able to blast anything on our way out here. What about you? I'm sure they'll go after the Manticore. It is light as fuck. What we'll do is we'll do a little spin, and the whole point of that is this is probably going to try and target that. As we rotate through our various angles, it will hit different parts of our armor and spread the damage across, as opposed to going through the armor and feasting on that tasty hull. I mean, if he's clever, he'll destroy my support fleet, but, you know, where's the little penis that could? Here he is. He made it. And jump. Now, if we were to wait an extra turn, we'll know what is happening, what this is. It could be good, it could be bad. If we were to wait another 3 turns, again, same with this one. I ain't waiting. We're going. Oh, good. Now, one of the things that I will say, and one of the things that I very rarely do, and absolutely fucking love about this game, is that wasn't a very entertaining battle, was it? But one of the things that this game it does a fucking fantastic job of is the replay camera. So this is all of the turns strung together. I'm editing all the camera work in manually, obviously. This isn't an auto cam, as some of you would like to believe.
Set condition 1, I repeat, set condition 1, this is
And
not
then
a drill.
this will replay all of those turns stitched together into like a little cinematic for us. And it's very reminiscent of the new Battlestar Galactica, or the new BSG camera angles. Edit. They go. Focusing on that flak fire. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then focusing on that. Yeah, this is a great move. But this whole zooming in, zooming out, and that wobble at the end or wobble at the beginning is very BSG. There goes our rocket salvo away. And then this guy's going to get melted. Perfect. Worst camera. What do you mean? Look, this is all me, Kim. What are you talking about? And again, fuck all happened there. But I don't know. I think the replays always look great. And then the bigger and better a battle you have, they just raise in magnitude. When the camera starts following squadrons around is fucking great. I mean, sorry, when I'm manually inputting on the keyboard to follow squadrons around, it's great. I can't believe I lost all my fighter squadrons already. I don't even know why I'm continuing. This is... We are dead. We are dead in the water. Unless... So, this mode, you get
Update and distribute
scrap.
evacuation plans. We've got another transport coming into the fleet.
Another 1,000 people to guide home.
You get... Sorry, not scrap. You get salvage. Salvage you spend on various things, repairs, resupplies, and so on. We've added more survivors to our fleet, and now the little penis ship that can is now part of us. He's definitely not compensating for anything, not next to our battle stars. So let's try and set that up there. And let's see if I can actually fucking do what I'm trying to do with this. It's a dangerous tactic though, because if they make this, they'll just absolutely pepper it. And they will make it. Okay. That's not good. So
On it, Commander.
let's all hope and pray for this guy, shall we? What's better than one micro penis? Two micro penises, although this one may be shafted, quite literally.
So say we all.
There. Let's see if we can push the Minervas forward. And let's see if we can take the attention off of this guy. So the boosting with this one, it goes quite far, as you can see. One of the things to note as well is you can check everything that I was saying about with turrets by going onto the actual options within, hitting turrets, and then if you zoom in on the ship, you'll see, like for instance, I was under the impression when I first started playing this game that these are shit. They're actually really good if you know how to use them, but you'll note that its forward gun is slung underneath, and its rear guns, of which it has two, and there's no information here to say there's two of them, is on the rear, and if you hold over them, it highlights them so that you can get an idea of where it is. It won't show you the exact arcs and angles of them. Those you kind of have to work out and eyeball. But it gives you an idea of the kind of spread. Like, that to me looks like, oh, well, we can fire forward. With this thing, barely. We need to be above. So, but if we are retreating, which is what this is really good at, we face our tail at them, and then we can actually do a fair amount of damage whilst staying away from them. So, until they blow your engines off, and yeah, then you're left floundering in space. So, but that's another story for another time. Right, come on, little ship that could. Off you, in you come. I am going to, what I'll do after we finish this run, because I was planning, I think a run probably takes, go 50 minutes. I did FAF for 10, didn't I? A run usually takes a couple of hours, so I was planning on getting a couple of runs in.
Understood.
What I'll do is I'll spend a little bit of time in the fleet creation thing and see if we can rename. It seems strange that you can't rename craft. You can do it in the campaign, definitely.
So say we all.
I would have given, like, you know, I can name commanders as well, but I mean, I could do both, couldn't I? We could have Siobhan on the bonus, but she'd be in command of the fleet. But yeah, that's another stream. We will have a look at the campaign of this one because I really enjoy the campaign. It's very good. My tactics are one-dimensional, but they work. So now we have got fighters. That's not a great prospect. If we do that, you'll see that that's the Dreidus range of us. So we'll identify these. These will no longer be just blips. They'll actually become the things that they are, and we'll be able to find out what they are. This one, at the end of the turn, will move into our Dreidus range. We'll probably make them all. But part of the reason why we're doing this is to try and take some pressure off of our small penis. Oh, dear.
So say we all.
I mean, I'm sure it's the best. I'm sure BSG's very male-dominated. Oh, dear. Right. And the one thing, I used to play this on the Xbox as well, and it does actually work very well with the controller, but there's one thing that you can do on PC that is almost impossible to do with controller, or it was, and that is select multiple ships and move them as a group. You have to do a lot more individual movement. However, though, you should be able to double tap, and as long as they're all the same, it selects them all. Now then, let's see what's going to happen here. You're going to get made. Something's probably going to fire a lot of missiles. I don't even know what that single one is. You'll see this guy is firing his cannons. Now, these are war drivers, so these aren't your traditional fighters. These are, well, I mean, they are. They're craft loaded with jamming and hacking stuff. Any missiles fired into this will lose guidance, so we won't be able to, basically, positioning this between this and this means that I can't shoot it. As soon as missiles enter that, they'll just all over the show. Waste of missiles. Now, what we're going to try and do is we are going to try and fight the good fight on the way back. I will show it. We want to focus fire on that guy. You'll note that we're a little higher than they are, so our rear guns won't work quite as well. As we dive down, they may dive down as well to meet us. As we dive down, we get into any kind of support fire range here. So we are being hacked. So basically what that then has is there is a bit of a... Yeah, that's a lot of missiles. Thankfully we were in defensive mode, so that should have jinked then.
Yes, Commander.
What we're going to try and do is open up on those fighters with our capital ships, because their left and right cannons are designed for fighter support. Oh, look. He made it! I'm impressed. I am impressed. Doing a lot of fishtailing and waggling in this game is a very good idea. These torpedoes that they fired at us are straight line and unguided, and you can fire those at just a contact. You don't need to get a lock on with them, but they're reasonably easy to dodge if you dodge. Because these guys hack, we have a firewall. When that firewall is down, they then basically do direct subsystems damage, and they nearly always go after your fire control, so we won't be able to shoot. But that's fine. It's not doing us any actual damage, but it is going to hamper our ability to get away if they, like, say, hack our engines.
Manticore is taking damage.
But are you still going? So, for instance, just letting them fire at something is good, but focus firing on it means that they will put a lot of effort into the target that you focus fire and negate other things that might be happening. You can, you know, go into the middle of a formation and use all guns, but if you focus, they'll fire less on other sides. That's not so great. So we do have the ability to repair things.
Yes,
so
sir.
You'll see that our navigation has been completely shot, which now means I can't even move that. It's now on inertia. It's just fucking drifting through space. Salute, little Manticore. Thankfully, he can still FTL, but we've still got 3 turns of him being basically space driftwood now.
Yes, Commander.
If we can sort this formation out, though. Good, good, good. And then you've come into formation as well. Let's try and spin you around. And trying to keep them in line with this, so that if they do get made and missiles fired at them, then my Battlestars can either body block for them or use their flak fields. But what's going to happen is they're going to come in here and go, "Ooh, transport ships. Ah, and penises too. Let's destroy them." And that's the game, basically. And authentic battle damage is very much a thing. This ship is fucked. Doubly so now. Actually, they're really far away. That's quite good. How long have we got? 2 turns. So we've got a little bit of maneuverability back because we were repairing. If we take more shots to the rear, though, it will start dismantling our engines some more. So we're going to bring her about to the left in an attempt to try and take the shots on our left armor, whilst our battle stars back us up. We can see on the enemy ships as well, their fighter squadrons, whether they have missiles or torpedoes. These two both have their torpedoes, and those missiles are ready to go because they don't have a number next to them. Let's see if we can even up the odds a little bit.
Yes, Commander.
Can focus fire that. Yeah, I think he's had it. Nope, they're shooting at my battle stars. Well, that's not great. Oh, we dodged it. Perfect. As intended. Now, have you got enough engine power to actually escape? Not really. Try, though. You can try. It's not gonna cripple you. But you're holding on to your torpedoes. You've got a plan. Okay, we need to try and get that one. And then we've got a contact here as well. We can jump next turn, so we just need to survive this turn, and then half of the next. That's why, as well, with those torpedoes that just got direct hits then is you want to be constantly kind of bobbling as well as fishtailing through space. And you can avoid things like that. Alright, we are taking some damage from that guy. So let's go into defensive stance. I am really surprised you survived, dude. Well done. And we're going anywhere but here. Cool, off we go. Go on, go, jump, jump. What, the torpedoes hit, you fools? Oh yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, let all the torpedoes hit, then jump. Great idea. Fucking idiot. It probably wasn't an okay replay, isn't it? Now, so we get to resupply. So you know those like 8 fighter squadrons we lost. Might be able to get some back. But so fighters in this game, normally in the campaign, in the early, mid, and even in the late game, fighter squadrons are very dominant. You can send them out, get them to do the good stuff, identify and attack, bring them back, repair them, providing they don't get destroyed, and it doesn't cost you anything that way. Hang on, it's only repairs. I'm sure it said resupply. Ah, here we are. Oh. Yeah? Yeah? Huh. 72 to fully salvage the fleet. Cool, we have our fighters back. It's like I didn't even leave them behind at all. So we can also repair this guy as well. Now, he has taken an absolute pounding. Let's repair the hull. Yours. Definitely want to repair his rear armor. Who else has taken hits then? You. Tops. And you taking an absolute pounding as well. Right. Not enough salvage. Cool, right, well that's us then. Oh, and we didn't get... Oh, hang on. I thought I pressed the... Okay, I thought when I pressed resupply it gave us all of our squadrons. Nope. Nope. Okay, so we have 2 squadrons, not 8. Right. Another little penis over here, look. Let's not do that. Let's try and be a little bit more aggressive with our maneuvers. There is an absolute fuck ton of replayability in this game, as you can probably appreciate. Being able to compose your armada at the start, and I don't think there's a point restriction. The less points you spend, the better score you get at the end. So there's that. I mean, there's no leaderboards, but you know, apparently there is a challenge on this game from yesteryear where you take one single Jupiter class Battlestar and complete all 10 jumps.
It'll be different next time.
A la, because the Galactica in the original series is a Jupiter,
on it, Commander.
Not a Minerva.
Yes, Commander.
Cool. So,
yes, sir.
We have 2 fighter squadrons. If they have any, we're going to get torn apart. Now, we have probably, I'd imagine we've been made. You know, they're firing something, a scrambler. Brilliant. So that will interfere with our subsystems and firewalls. So let's try and get out of the way of that. and send our fighters
Squadron
in.
target
Don't
is
remember
confirmed.
do remember to recall. Yeah, don't remember to recall them, just like fucking last time. Fucking idiot. Where was that? There he is. Come to the safety of the Minervas. Perceived safety of the Minervas. If we boost here to there, and then we'll hopefully swing around. But yeah, if you have this game, I can't recommend it enough.
Trigger zone
And
detected.
even if you're not a massive fan of like RTS games, strategy, tactics, or
Fighter
even
squadron
turn-based
is taking
games,
fire.
I'd still say give this a go. And if you're a Battlestar fan, I fucking love it. But it's this mode not so much, but it's quite a methodical, relaxing, and neat game to, or I find it a neat
On it,
game to
Commander.
play, as in like stacking everything up and shit like that. Are you going to fire atlas? Yes, you are. Right, let's try and take that war diver out. What does this actually do? I think it just interferes with VM on capital ships, doesn't it? Cool. Minerva's focus fire on that whilst we're at it. I'd imagine we've got some ordnance coming in, so we'll throw up a flak field. One of the other reasons why I stack my ships like this is when it comes to flak fields, we can put an impenetrable flak wall up by activating flak on all 4 ships. However, we could, with this formation, are they still on boost? Yes, they are. We could, with this formation, just activate 2 and 4 or 1 and 3 and get quite a good coverage that is, you know, covering our stack. Well, that is a good point, actually. Did you, Kim? Did you? Flak, right, okay. Number 3, flak, right, okay. So that should give us coverage for whatever's coming our way, hopefully.
Understood.
The flak field will destroy, well, I say destroy, it will do damage. So, and then that allows 2 of our battle stars to still fire their flak cannons directly at the fighter squadrons. Of course, yeah, we put up flak and they don't even fire a single fucking missile at us. Of course. Where are you going? This way. Where are you going?
So say we all.
Focus that down. He's definitely got missiles and torpedoes. Actually, let's see. That's Comet Pier. Oh, that's the one that fucking, I think that's the Scrambler one. Cool, right, where's our fighters? What are they doing? They're fighting the good fight with the Raider Squadron. Good.
Switching gun to manual.
Hey, Shanti.
Hostile unit identified.
Oh, yep, cool, didn't see that. Flak's not going to do much about that. If we angle to here, we might catch it. Oh, get out of the way.
Yes, Commander.
No, you. I don't know what they're firing at. I don't want to swing about too hard because I want to still be putting fire on this Arkney, but yeah, well, let's see what we can get done. Right, you boys, this way.
On it, Commander. Yes,
Another
sir.
little penis that could down there. Off we go. What's my fighter support doing? LM5, we've got time. Take that out. Fight when you have fighter superiority, your fighters can do an absolute number. As I showed in the first battle, before I jumped and lost them all. They can do an absolute number on the
Missiles
enemy.
incoming!
Now.
Yeah, that flak field didn't really do it. Oh, they were going after that. I see. Drifted out. Ah, there we go. Automatically identifies enemies, compromises enemy tech bays, removes guidance munition target lock from out. Target lock from allies. It must be because they've set it up. It'll be theirs. Right, we can abandon that flak field. Right. Cancel flak. Bring this about. Bring these about. Put these on an offensive setting so we can hopefully get some more range. I would unload on them here. Let's just play around with it. Now, well, we'll at least get to see what happens when missiles go into here. Cool. Off you go then. Go round! Oh, it is going round. Perfect. You moved, fool. Oh, don't go into that one. Well-deserved day off from plumbing, of all things. We want to avoid that. So let's move to there.
So say we all.
What's that fighter support doing? So we'll let them destroy that one. We go to a neutral posture. Might be able to keep them in our range, in our guns, but probably not in our range.
Minerva is taking damage.
So yeah, you saw there, because I had an aggressive stance, I could reach this with shot. Now I can't because I've changed it to neutral. But we kind of need to avoid those. And like, this is jump 4. There's 10. 10! 2 turns until FTL. Lots of missiles coming in. Recall those
Recalling
fighters.
squadron.
We can, although it's a bit shit, but we can use our fighters to shoot down missiles. You do it in one of 2 ways. You tell your fighters to defend the thing that's having missiles shot at it or near it, or you tell them to defend an actual location. We could potentially get all of those before they get anywhere near us. Let's try. But yeah, the level of strategy and tactics in this is immense. I know I'm not doing a very good job of showing it off by leaving all the fucking fighters behind, but I don't know, maybe we can rebuild. Maybe we can rebuild. So those guys will take out those missiles, which is one less thing for us to deal with. And a couple of squadrons, if you defend in the right location, is usually pretty good. You might even take out some of them. Now they've got problems though. They've got a raider squadron. So because I've spent that time destroying those missiles, these guys are going to either have to fight that or flee. And I think these guys are faster. They're probably going to get chewed up though on the way out. Now we've got a lot more missiles coming in.
So say we all.
Let's go defensive because nothing's in range. Set up a flak field. And hope the fighters can make it back in time. Otherwise, we're back down to 0.
IFF confirms unit is hostile.
So you'll see that our flak field is actually bigger because we're in a defensive stance. Oh, good, yeah, more reinforcements. And so this is what happens now. We are FTL ready. I'd like to try and get the fighters back. But every turn we stay here, more things are coming in. Do know as well, we have been made. So if any of these have rocket launchers, they're going to just blow us to absolute smithereens. Still, he waits for the fighters to get back. What a
Missiles
guy.
incoming! Minerva is taking damage.
Yeah, I know.
So say we
One
all.
of the things to note with this as well, they won't repair systems automatically. So as soon
System
as you
repairs
hear that
underway.
they're taking damage,
On it,
you
Commander.
need to manually, and you can only repair one at a time, you need to manually do it. They will continually repair it if it's being damaged. I'd love to be able to turn, but we can't afford to. Come on, fighters, hurry up! And again, not diving, not bobbing and diving and upping and downing has meant that this guy's probably going to take a lot more damage.
Minerva is taking damage.
I know. Look at that. They actually avoided the fucking flak field for a change. Well, successful experiment. Previously in this game, they used to take a fucking direct line, so you couldn't have flak up and fighter support. That's actually quite good. Reinforcement cooldown +1. Processing power. FTL cooldown. Okay, that means we can get
Minerva
out
is
of
taking damage. Civilian ship is taking damage.
Fire at will.
Lovely. This one should make a reasonably good replay. Let's see how good my editing camera skills are. Edit! Edit! I love those angles that it does from the... So those are the Cylon Raiders. I mean, to be fair, so what is it? There's 8 ships per wing, and we left 8 wings. So I left 64 of my wingmen behind.
Switching guns.
Edit.
I need flak reload now.
Yep, that was that bit where I didn't turn quick enough. The other thing to note as well is I am playing with all of the DLC activated on this game, and there is quite a lot of it. Again, unfortunately, not only can you not buy the game, but you won't be able to buy the DLC for it anymore. The Anabasis mode that we're playing at the moment is DLC. The campaign is, for me anyway, as good as this mode. I mean, probably better. There's a lot more to the campaign than what we're doing. This is just a fun little roguelike mode. Fun! Like, look at that. What a fucking awesome view. That asteroid and him jumping in, not so much. Here's our guys coming back, and look, they went round! They never used to go round the flak fire. Yeah, I think they were updating this one all the way up until, I'd like to say 2023. And I stopped playing this for quite some time. And then obviously when we started doing the flat screen channel, I recently got back into it because I thought, can you rename the ships? And it turns out you can, but obviously not in this mode. But we will check that later. It might have been that I can't rename it to what I want at that point. Lovely little replay. But one of the things that I do like about the idea of this is if I can complete an Anabasis run and I do each of those replays, I can just take the footage from each of the replays, slap it all together, and that's a video. because it looks good. Oh, I think it looks great. So, Grizzon, any questions? I think I've, like, the tutorial in this game is fantastic and extensive. The tutorial does a very good job of blending from the tutorial straight into the campaign. And then you also get in the campaign, a strategy layer. So this is the tactics, this is the down and dirty and giving the orders. And then you have a strategy layer where you build your ships, research new ones, and you also have to manage the colonies as well. It's quite simplistic, the strategy layer. Am I looking forward to the podcast on Sunday? I didn't even realise the day had been set. I do think we are in the same conversation as well. I know the lads were talking about it. I haven't checked Discord most of today. I've been playing this. I was playing the campaign earlier, doing really badly as well. That's one thing we could do. I could show you where I'm at in my campaign. I could start renaming some of the ships. That'd be good, wouldn't it? If we fuck this up really badly. One of the things that I don't like is it can be quite difficult to identify when you've been given more civilian ships. Because instead of being like on grid or highlighted like this, they're just a little tiny penis in space, and they're such a micro penis that you can't even see them. Right, let's stack up our survivors. And the one thing that I do like about this mode as well, I have got so many ideas for fleet compositions and various point values, and yeah, lots of stuff to try. Lots of stuff to try.
Understood.
Are you guys still going to crash into each other? Oh, good. Cool. Let's boost them off. Let's launch.
Understood.
Fighters. I'm not using, to be honest with you, as far as armor plating and the jury rigging system is concerned, armor plating is impactful. I should use it more. I'm not now that I'm kind of... This run is over. It's just a matter of time. We're already, as you can see by the health bars, we're already being whittled down. One thing to note, when your fighters, so you'll see here we have a wing of a full 8 and 34 on the Mark IIs. That's how much HP they have. So it's, what's that, 34? A 6 per 5.5, 5. There's an amount of HP per fighter. God, 5 times 8. I thought it was a point, yeah, 4.25, or say 4 HP per fighter. If you leave them docked, they'll slowly regenerate and you'll get your fighter squadrons back. And if you do that in defensive mode, it comes back quicker. Now, we've been fishtailing to the left, exposing our right armor. And as you can see on all of our maneuvers, the right armor is absolutely fucking shredded. Now we fishtail to the right, exposing our left. Go. No, doesn't like it. You go there then in that case. No, doesn't like that either. What's wrong with the flight paths here? Oh, you're trying to cram your ass into that thing.
Yes,
no,
sir.
Stop it. There. Fine. No. Now the penis is trying to... Good. And if you do accidentally leave a flight path, try and do it in the red like that and end the turn, Collision detected. At least one of your ships will collide this round. Are you sure you want to end the turn? No. So that's a nice quality of life feature. I'm sure there was a time when they didn't used to have that, and it's just like, for fuck's sake, they crashed into each other because I wasn't paying attention. And it just means having to restart the battle from a save point, and it's a pain in the arse. Absolute pain in the arse. You know what? Let's recall the fighters and get them repaired.
Trigger zone detected.
What a great idea. Hey, Chris. Yeah, young, hip, and trendy, Chris. Yeah, that. I'm sure haven't you seen? In that case, welcome to the channel, Chris. I'm sure you've been on.
So say we
I'm
all.
sure you've seen me doing the flat screeny stuff. That is going to be in range. So by putting ourselves into an attack posture, reduces our damage reduction, but also increases our outgoing firepower. I usually find with things that are... This mode's different how I usually play things, so I should go for a neutral posture so that we're doing a decent amount of damage, but also reducing the amount of incoming. Just fucking go. That's a lot of stuff coming in. Focus up on whatever that is. Off we go. Now, you can see a problem with the Minervas.
Missiles
They
incoming.
ain't got the greatest of detection ranges.
IFF confirms unit is hostile.
Ooh, Crastuses. So Crastuses are my fucking bane in this game. They are anti-fighter corvettes. You can have the good news of it. Let's see if we can take that Crastus down. Actually, let's try and take those fighters down because they're after our transporters. Okay, so he will be able to fire some shots,
sir.
but one of them's not going to be enough to take a fighter squadron down. But if we can damage it on the way past.
IFF confirms unit is hostile.
Now, one of the other things to note
Hostile
as well,
unit identified.
because of how I'm using this formation and how tight I am, it does get in the way. You'll see here, it can get in the way of the firing arcs of the Battlestar artillery. So, again, I've kind of abandoned all hope for this one for now. Broadsides on both sides, lovely. But what we should do is, well, like, we start out stacked for maximum firepower, and then as the battle emerges, you start splitting off and bringing them down to get the Battlestar artillery in. But again, this is just quick overview. This one, quick 2-hour overview. This one, yeah. Oh dear, did we get that fight? How much of that fight squadron did we KO? I think we got it all. I mean, they are flat guns. They are pretty good at that. Right. He is going to be on his last legs. So you'll see here, the bottom armor is being taken out. And now any damage that's being done to the hull is also doing damage to fire control, which means that this guy won't be able to shoot it quite so well. Although this guy is going straight for the transports. And don't think he's going to be in range, and if he is, he's not going to be in range for very long. No. Do with another missile bay here. And I can try and do, if I can do enough damage to take his engines out, that'll slow him and give my guys a chance to run. But yeah. They're going for my soft underbelly. Let's see if I can do some damage. Are we below his level? We are. And we've got missiles.
Yes, Commander.
Let's fire some of them. Friendly fire is very much a thing in this. With that in mind, let's come about a little bit.
Yes, Commander.
To there. He should fire. They fire from the these ventricles on the side. He should fire left because the target is on the left or his right. one of the three.
Minerva is taking damage.
You see the amount of firepower that's being sent this way is massive in comparison to what's being sent this way.
A Battlestar is being hacked.
Oh good, more. Reinforcements. Not ours.
Yes, Commander.
Ooh, what went there? Oh, he's going into the minefield. You fucking idiot. Good. Good. Put him off just enough. And so, what happened? So this is another cool thing as well, is you can do a replay of the turn. Oh, so we got him. Oh, we got the one that we were firing the missiles at. Good. The other one didn't like having his ass pounded, so he's going to go and fly into a minefield. Fine by me. Right, we aren't going to target anything here in the hopes that we do some damage to everything. Let's get repairs
On it, Commander.
It's only the hangar bay, but that does... Well, it doesn't affect anything at the moment. These guys...
Yes, sir.
Just keep flying.
A Battlestar is being hacked.
But like, so... I remember a lot of people complaining about this
Trigger
game and
zone
saying like, oh,
detected.
why didn't they just do an
Minerva is
RTS?
taking damage.
You can't appreciate all the little things that you're doing, the little minutiae that you're doing each and every turn in an RTS, because it's just too hectic. And then in a turn-based game, you wouldn't get this level of awesomeness as things are happening. Oh, did he move? Look at that. What a pilot. 3 turns till FTL. 3 turns. Yeah, let's give him the good news. So, if we bring this front facing, it'll bring our... In fact, let's do it. Yeah, we're on full attack already. It'll bring our Battlestar artillery that's on the front, or their large cannons, one of the two.
Minerva is taking damage.
These guys are great, the Phobos. They can do micro FTL jumps. I mean, I say they're awesome. They're a fucking pain in the ass to play against, because you have everything set up,
Hostile
and
unit
then
identified.
you know, keeping them out of your range and identifying and firing missiles and keeping them all at bay, and then they'll just straight into your fleet. Very annoying. Cool. Something's getting shot to absolute shit. They're pounding the navigation on that thing. So you can see one of our ships is starting to drop out of formation because the navigation is being chewed up by something. But they're giving as good as they're getting. Oh, good. Oh, good. Run, you fools!
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no worries, Vom. As I said, I
Minerva is
don't
taking
know
damage.
if you give this a go or not. I know you have it. It is incredibly good.
Civilian ship is taking damage.
I'm just not doing a great job of it at the moment. But the next run. 1 turn left. So let's go into defensive mode.
On it, Commander.
Let's not expose our ears, actually. Yeah.
So say we all.
Okay. You then need to come so that you don't collide. Brilliant. We should get that guy before he gets into our soft underbelly. And they're going
Yes,
for the
Commander.
Manticore again. So we'll put him on defensive. We'll try and do a little bit of a spin
Yes,
to
Commander.
try and... You know, it's mainly going to hit the rear, but we might be able to... What's that on the right? You know those 2 fighter squadrons? They're repairing real nice.
IFF confirms.
Shame
unit
the
is
capital ship's
hostile.
probably going to go
Civilian
down.
ship is being attacked. Minerva is taking damage. Manticore is taking damage.
Yep.
Sam? Sam!
There she goes.
Sam!
But now, one of the memes of this game is always how to get rid of the sisters. So that's one sister down. Let's see if we can work on the other one. Again, it's just, I don't even know if it counts towards points. It probably does. Right, FDL's ready. All fighters are dead and accounted for. Good.
Minerva is taking damage. Hostile unit identified.
Cool. We lost Sam. Excellent work, everybody. Excellent work. Oh, that actually would have been quite a good replay. I'm too used to wanting to get straight onto the next battle. Tell you what we'll do. Let's have a little spectacle of it in this battle, and I'll start over and not lose all of my fighter support this time. I still don't know why that happened. I told them to recall, and I don't remember assigning them a new target, so they should have just gone in, but they didn't. We can get repairs, but we can't... Oh, hang on. Oh, we can get our squadrons back. Okay. So 1 there, 2 there, 3 there, 4 there. Why did they already have that? Maybe I did buy some and I didn't realise it earlier then. Okay. Cool. You very rarely have enough salvage to sort out everything that you want to. It's one of those games where if you start to fall, it's just down from there, basically. And we will fall.
Multiple Dratus marks
And I
across the
said,
board.
this isn't even the main game.
Guess I should
Why
stop
are you all
hoping
crashing
it'll
into
be
each other
different
already?
next time.
Stop it. You know what, actually? That's fine. Just crash into each other. I don't care. It'll
Yes,
make
Commander.
a great replay.
Understood.
Yes. Ready, and... Look out!
Civilian mark is
Bosh!
dark.
They're
I don't
gone.
think I even got their
Cool.
manifest.
So yeah, space
Who their
collision's
families
pretty
are back
dangerous as it happens.
Understood.
Get another sister out of here. Good. And then let's go down swinging. Yes.
Get every gun ready and bearing on the hostiles.
Fighter squadron is taking fire.
Nice. Well, if we don't have any civilians, we don't need to spend the time protecting them. Let's boost right into the middle of their fleet and see what we can get done. As you can possibly tell by the HP at the top there, these are the Crestuses are the anti-fighters, and they've just torn one of the squadrons a new asshole. Spread this formation out a bit, go into full-on attack. Go. And fire away, boys. Okay, there's some fires on board, but it's still good. It's still good. Okay, maybe not for that one. I mean, I could just quit and start again, but this should make an alright replay, actually. And it all goes terribly wrong. I mean, it went terribly wrong at the start. Fucking idiot, leaving all my fighters behind. I'm going to have a look. I'm going to have to VAR that. I swear I didn't give the carry on fighting, don't dock and flee with us, you idiots. Command. One of the other games that, again, kind of deviating away from what the channel was supposed to be, i.e. playing these kind of games, but investing you in here, or in individual ships, the Star Trek Voyager game has just been reduced in price. So I was going to see about picking that up and learning how to play it. I don't think there is a way to name you guys. I don't see why not, but again, I'm sure it'll become apparent when I play it. I'd love to be able to, like, I don't know, keep the character faces, but let Vaughn be Janeway. She'd love to be Janeway. Kim, you can be Worf, obviously. Wrong on so many levels. Only is that the wrong series, but I don't think Katie was a Klingon. Cool, and that's how it ends. So, we're going to play proper now. That was just a little warm-up. I've actually been playing the campaign for the last few days. I've barely played this mode. Good flying, excellent work, everybody. Yep, even further excellent work, well done. Now we don't need to worry about the civilians. Apparently there's some, there's not a lot of mods, or there's barely any mods for this game. I'm hoping that that might now actually change, that the game is no longer available, but then people that are going to put their work and time into something for free and will only be able to be used by a handful of people that actually have the game, it's not a good prospect for anybody who wants to mod. But I think it's such a good base game that any mod would just shine. I'd love to see this as Star Trek, or Star Wars, or Babylon 5. Yeah, Firefly, that would work in this as well. Anything with that space combat, space above and beyond, that would be amazing. Space above and beyond. Even things like, actual computer game ones like Wing Commander and stuff like that would be great in this. Right, let me just go back and have a look. So, if you have the base game, you'll have access to the campaign and the skirmish mode, and quite a lot of ships. When you have all of the DLC, which I do, you have access to a hell of a lot, and there's multiple campaigns. So Deadlock is the normal campaign, that's the base campaign that you get with the game. Deadlock plus the Broken Alliance, I think, yeah, Broken Alliance is DLC. So that just takes the main big campaign and adds more to it. And then these are kind of like self-contained mini campaigns. I don't even think I played these last two. I love the main campaign as much. These each have their merits, but they don't have that overall strategy layer of building your fleets and putting compositions together and taking them out, which, I mean, some of them do. I haven't played it enough on that regard. Right, let me see. If we go into skirmish, can we change the ship names? Yeah, it has got them. I did do the replay, Doc. It is there. You'll have to... It's definitely there. I mean, one of the things that we could do, there are a lot of ship names here. So if people pick a ship name from this massive fuck-off list, then that can be your ship. It just won't be what you wanted. Won't be what you wanted. I wonder if they've got, like, the Jester. And where's the Rotten Crotch? Jaguar, Jarl. I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of good names. The Kong. No, so you can't edit them. But just so you know that I'm not fucking crazy. Best laid plans and all that shit. I'll show you the campaign quite quickly. Hopefully I haven't got a battle on. I think I might. I remember. I'm very keen to start a campaign up and do it as a live stream. I'll just auto-resolve that one and get it out of the way. So this is the campaign map. You have the Helios has a 4-star system, and then these are all the planets of Caprica, Picon, Gemini, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and all the bloody star sign E names or what have you. You'll see my Daedalus here. That's our like flagship slash base builder thing. We've got the ability to build ships. It's on a resources and turn-based system, but we can also rush production as well. We harvest Tilium, which is the fuel of the BSG universe, but it's also used for other things as well. And you do that by safeguarding planets and keeping them as part of the quorum, the council, so to speak. Various planets can defect, but you can bring them back in. It's very much like the old XCOM kind of system, where if you look after places, they'll give you more, but if you don't, they'll fucking defect. Unlike XCOM, you could never get them back, but here you can. There's various missions to do, as well as just various random encounters with different Cylon fleets. I'm in, I don't even know how many turns I've done. Not many, but this is in the hardest. Well, no, I've probably done 50 turns, maybe. And I have got this campaign very much under control. But, so we know that I'm not being fucking stupid, I had great intentions. See, Doc? I can rename these exactly what I want to. And the commanders in charge of these miniature fleets, you can rename them as well. So I can have... is that quite close to your mustache, Doc? I assume it is. I don't even know if he has a mustache. There you go. Doc 2. So not only can you have your ship names in, but I can also give names to the various commanders as well that will be taking part. And the commanders are sat on board the flagship as well. So so I can put Doc 2, I'll show you. I can go to that fleet and I can make the Jester the flagship of that fleet, which then means that Doc 2 will be on the Jester. If the Jester buys it, so does Doc. So yeah, that's why I was planning on doing this on the channel. But it obviously doesn't work in Anubis mode. Anabasis. Liberty. Okay. Oh what I'll do, I'll go through the names and I'll just pick some names for you. Let's set up a proper fleet, and I'll try and do it properly. I've been able to complete this on normal, but I haven't usually got much left by the time I get to the end, because I haven't played this mode half as much as I should. I didn't, you haven't said that. I probably did quite well when I took out a load of Pegasuses. Those are the Mercury class. We're also playing it in normal. I'm not touching easy. I'm only playing this in normal. We can crank it up to hard. Let's try there. So I did start putting this together, a little chat fleet, but I don't think it'll be quite as entertaining as... Depends on how many we've got. We've got Doc in. I can give Chris a ship. I can give Shanti a ship. Von's gone, but I can still find her a named ship. How many have we got? So basically, these Minotaurs are... There is no fighter support for them. They could be... I'd like to run this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To see how... Never survives. Like, these are all of the ships. Mercury class, a Jupiter Mark II, and then the normal Jupiter. So the Jupiter and the Jupiter Mark II, those are the Battlestar Galactica Battlestars. Minerva you've seen. The Artemis is another Battlestar variant. So is the Valkyrie. And then you've got, like, this is an aircraft carrier ship, so it's got loads of squadrons on board. I fucking love Atlases. Oh, actually, it hasn't got that many. But it's a dedicated fighter carrier. I do love those. Let's see. Let's be as one-dimensional as I usually am. These will actually work quite well like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can we get a 6th in? Minotaur. Now, over the years of me playing this game, I have always analysed it and gone like, so why don't I take, like, you know, quite complex fleet formations, you know, and why don't I spread them out? And it's because this just works. Granted, it doesn't actually work quite as well for the this kind of style of campaign, but maybe I can prove myself right here. Let's give Shanti the Krakatoa. We'll give who else have we got? Doc's got the Liberty. Shanti's got the Krakatoa. Chris, you can have the Odin. Chris can have the Odin. I'll forget all of this. I will forget all of this. Von can have the Nyx. Who else? I mean, I could actually... Yeah, that'd probably be easier. K2 can have something from the Ks. She can have the... Right, K2 can have the Krakatoa, because then I can remember that. Von, what's in V? Von can be the Waggle. Von the Vulture. I like it. I know it's one-dimensional, but it works. Oh, I could just do that, couldn't I? Eh? No, that's not what I wanted. Chris can be the... Could I let... Oh, the Conquistador. Oh, yes. So Chris the Conquistador, K2 the Krakatoa. Doc, I'm going to give you... I know you want to be the Liberty, but if I give you a D, I've got a better chance of remembering. You can be the Dionysus. Doc the Dionysus. Kim the Krakatoa, Chris the Conquistador, Von the Vulture, Shanty the... Why doesn't this work very well? And it's inverted for some reason. It's not inverted when you scroll. Shanty can be the... Solaria. And who we got left? Seconds. Grizzon. Grizzon can be the fucking shit system this is. Grizzon can be the the Grossglockner. Perfect. Perfect name. Perfect name. I know him. He is a Grossglockner. Right, that will do. Cool. Chat fleet. You guys ready? Let's do this. Would you like to save Chat Fleet 1? Yes. Right, so we're going to go for a little bit of one-dimensional Minotaur play. So we haven't got fighters to worry about. These ships are literally armored gunboats. But they actually do quite well against squadrons, which is their only weakness because they haven't got fighters to repel fighters. So, yeah, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. And that's quite a low points cost as well, which means that we'll get a really high score when we definitely don't complete it. Objective, proceed, take Chat Fleet 1 out. Again, this is one of the combinations that I say combinations, it's all the same fucking ship, but this is one of the ones that I wanted to experiment with. So our problems are going to be identifying contacts, getting close, identifying contacts and pounding them. So our support fleet is going to have to stay close so that they don't get absolutely destroyed. This first mission, we don't need to go on the offensive. But like the first couple of missions, you can basically hang back and jump out. And you should. But that's not going to make a very good fucking replay, is it? I do wish, again, all these things that I wish for, I do wish you could do what you can do in the tactical map and like group select and move them about on this board, but that's not how it works. So... Right, whose money's on who for dying first? Because someone's gonna die. Multiple are gonna die. So, as I said, these ones are a little one-dimensional in that they have no fighter support, but they have guns every fucking where. And as you can see here, we have Grizzon's Grossglockner, we have Shanty Solari, we have K2's Krakatoa, we have Chris's Conquistador, we have Doc's Dionysus, and we have Von's Vulture. And I do like, it's just like what's it called? IST. Like the name is printed on the side. I mean, they could have done a little bit of a better job of it and give it some lighting like the Battlestar Galacticas have. Right, cool. So, just like
man.
Nelson, forget all the tactics, just go straight at them. I do want to just check as well. So we have top, bottom, front, left, and right. How do we want to be fighting with these? What's the bottom complement like? Okay, top complement good. Bottom complement is good. So there's not very many angles. Where are the front shooters? Front. Okay, so there's not very many angles that we can't fight from, except behind. So don't let them take us by the arse. It's good advice in most scenarios. And it's all heavy turrets, so heavy hitting but low accuracy. And then our left and rights should be good for tearing fighters apart. So we broadside fighters, and we top and front everything capital ship-wise. Okay, let's go. Seems easy enough, right?
Weapons 3, prepare for engagement.
Oh, that's what I wanted to check as well. I bet their Dratus is absolutely shocking. That's their radar. This is a little bit more detailed, a posture screen. So you can see, so this is something that I like, and it's all very easy and accessible. I know it looks like just a fucking massive block of text, but as you adjust things, they actually fucking adjust in front of your eyes. There's been so many games where you adjust something and it doesn't update it on the thing or on the ship or on the character or on the what have you, and then you can't work out exactly what you're doing and how you're doing it. Whereas with this, so you'll see for instance, our Dratus range is a stock 5,000. If we go into defensive mode, it goes up by a pathetic 900 meters. If we go into an aggressive mode, it drops even more so. So we'll stay neutral. Now, I think... yeah, they don't get... I thought they used to get bonus damage reduction, but it doesn't look like it. Right. And let's... seeing as we're going straight up and at them...
Yes, Commander.
let's try and get some height and give ourselves a bit of a formation. And we... even whether there's a Dratus contact or a blip, we always want to focus fire on something.
Optimizing fire solutions. We're gonna hammer the practice till they can't get back up.
Like, again, little things. In an RTS game, you wouldn't be able to appreciate that maneuver right there and then, because you'd be frantically clicking on about 100 different fucking things.
So say we all.
So, oops, that's fucked that formation then, isn't it? Why is someone still in boost mode? Chris, we're not doing boost mode. You'll take more damage, you fool.
Yes, Commander. Understood.
See if these have the
On it,
wiggling
Commander.
amount of firepower that I remember. Bear in mind, these are just kind of like, I mean, they're not even ships of the line like Battlestars, but they do pack a punch for the amount of points that they cost. Now we have that one identified, so let's focus that one down. See if we can get a quick kill here. These guys
Understood.
bringing up the rear. We do want to start using this jury rigging thing, don't we? Jury rig. Let's jury rig the... Huh, you can do the Celestra, I didn't even realise. Target system gains +4 subsystem strength while supplies last. So I'd say in this circumstance we always want to be jury rigging the fire controls. It'll increase accuracy and range, not damage.
IFF confirms unit is hostile. Missiles incoming!
Reloading. Switching guns to manual.
Ah, they can't even get through the armor plating. What's our hacking like? Okay, so yeah, the firewalls are not
On it,
great on
Commander.
these ships either then. Brilliant. Cool,
On
we've
it,
got a lot of
Commander.
problems ahead of us, chat.
So say we all. So say we all.
Now, let's see if we can get a little more height on them, because we want to be shooting with our...
Understood.
Actually, no, we want to be shooting with our tops. Oh, for fuck's sake. Who didn't charge their mouse before they came on and streamed? Right, so the bottom guns are pretty
Understood.
good. let's see if we can try and make use of the spine guns and see how good they are. I think that's where our firepower is. You know what? Don't focus on anyone. Let's see how we go.
No hope of feeling like that. Not today.
These maneuvers!
Actual sets to pop up and prepare for extraction.
Perfect. They're both. He's down. The other one's on his last legs. And then let's get there. And let him have it. Easy job. We didn't even need to attack them, to be fair. No damage, and hopefully very little hull damage as well. Our jump status is good to go. Enables resupply, or we can go for this one with plus 15%. Now, nothing's coming for another 3 turns, so we might as well end this turn, let it play out, and then we'll get to see what we're going into. You can see the Conquistador getting boosted with spare parts, increasing her fire control, which you can see there. Doesn't actually show the +4, but it will be giving it, and that will make turrets a little more accurate. If we boost them to... Yeah, so there are stats hidden behind all of these words, but you have fire rate goes from very low all the way up to very high, and accuracy very low all the way up to very high, and depending on where you are within the points of that, as I understand the system, is the rating that it will give. It's basic. I think they've done that as a... I've got a very good cable or a very good plug for it. Right. Enable resupply and resupply. Cool. Off we go. And we don't need to worry about fighters because we haven't got any. What? Why did Chris not jump? Oh, don't tell me we've lost Chris already.
Weapons free, prepare for engagement.
This replay is a great way for me to charge my mouse.
Optimizing firing solutions. We're gonna hammer the frackers
Look
till
at
they can't
it.
get back up. Solution updated. Target acquisition maintained.
Editing, camera angles.
Reloading. Switching guns to manual.
Could even make out the name if I was paying attention, then I would have been able to see who that was.
No toaster's gonna do me like that. Not today.
Actual sets to pop up and prepare for extraction.
Perfect. So that's a pretty good idea of how the rest of this campaign is going to go. And then everybody FTL'd out, except for Chris, for some reason. And that might have just been a graphical bug or something. I have got this. I've brought the graphics setting down. Yeah, what, Chris, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, that wasn't... Oh, no, I bet I know why. Because I never really used the jury rig ability, and I was told about this. And this was part of the reason why I was like, I ain't using that if it's going to have that effect. Apparently so. Apparently so.
Sure, bring them to the armory. Nothing like counting warheads to distract you from your own impending, overwhelming destruction.
Cool. Well, for those of you who had your money on Chris to die first, the Conquistador is gone. For fuck's sake. So I think that's because I used the jury rig ability, and so their support team was on the Conquistador, and I've never seen this, but that then stops them FTLing out at the end. Now, because I have had it when I've been playing this, where I've accidentally left ships behind, or they haven't jumped, or what have you, and then they reappear later on in the campaign like they've caught up. So, yeah. And the thing is as well, it doesn't just, you know, oh, they're back. And there's a little bit of text explaining like, oh, yeah, I took the crew of the Conquistador down to pub, or something along those lines. No, it will be in the middle of battle, and then fucking Chris will just show up. Hopefully it'll be to save all of our collective asses, but whilst he's not here, I can't repair him. So it's only going to cost us 14 to repair what little damage we took. Good. Cool. Carry on. FTL in 8, reinforcements in 6. Straight at
Yes,
'em.
Commander. Yes, sir.
Conquistador. Well, there you go, see? Right.
On it, Commander.
Chris, you can have the small penis. That can be your command for now. I don't know. I'm sure there's some lore in there where you managed to get off of the savior or the life pod or what have you, and now you're crewing a civilian ship. Thanks to your dereliction in duty. To be fair, I prefer the pub story as it happens. Imagine he does too. I do hope.
Yes, Commander.
I think it's random as well as to whether Chris will come back. So he might not. I don't know. Might be counted as destroyed, but it didn't show that, so there's always hope. Well, you remember that time where after the it's not going well tonight. I'm supposed to be quite good at this game, even though my tactics are one-dimensional at best. Right. Let's get low. And really bring those spines to bear.
Understood. Yes,
Split
Commander.
you guys off here. Also get low. Also get low. Might have split off a bit too soon there. So we can also work out range. So this is showing our Dradus range, but when we looked at the cannons, you'll also remember that our range at stock was 5,000. I think it increased to, what did it increase to? 6,000. An aggressive stance. Okay, let's see. Let's see.
On it, Commander.
What a mess. Don't think we're going to be in range. Oh, we are.
Missiles incoming!
And that's worked out not quite as good. So where the missiles are going, so I'm going to play this properly now, even though we've already lost a fucking ship. Where the missiles are going, we don't want to be in attack stance. The reason being is because when you're in attack stance, it reduces our defensive reduction. So if we put the Dionysus, that's Doc's ship, if we put the Dionysus into defensive mode, she will take a lot less damage to her armor plating than if she was in attack mode. The swing is quite big as well. We can get details on it by going into postures. So you'll see here damage reduction at full defensive mode, 24%. at full offensive mode, 16%. So that's a 8% swing. And yeah, it definitely adds up. But obviously, Doc won't be shooting quite as rapidly as everybody else. Let's keep going lower. As a general rule in this game, with most ships, you want to be lower than they are.
Understood.
The Cylons will always try and get below you to negate a lot of your firepower, and you need to do the same.
Hostile unit identified.
Well, we've made them. Oh, and they're firing more torpedoes at Doc. Oh, they missed him. Look at that. What a dive. One down.
So say we all.
Cool. You're not in range anymore, so we'll boost the Grossglockner.
On it, Commander.
Grizzon's ship. You're in range. Get lower.
Yes, sir.
You're in range. Get lower.
So say we all.
You're in range. Get lower. Good. And then you're going to tear up that flank. And then what we'll do is we'll get these two to focus fire on this one. These two to focus fire on this one. Doc's done with taking missile hits now, so we'll bring him back into attack mode so that he's in range with his guns. Civilian ship
yes,
into
sir.
our little convoy. I am not doing that jury rigging skill anymore. Other engines are being completely up here. Lovely. That's both of them down. Who's taking hits now? Doc, fucking hell, Doc, they love you. So there's still some missiles coming in. Don't mind you taking damage on the top armor, because we actually no, yeah, we're going to want to save the top armor. Ah, well, be fine. And then let's bring you three into attack formation.
Understood. On it, Commander.
So this is part of the reason why I like to keep things stacked, because now what you'll see is, although we've spread out quite nicely, we're not focusing our firepower anymore. We've got guys out here that are not
yes,
part
sir.
of the fight, and so we're going to have to boost them, which risks them taking even more damage, just so you've seen as well. Whilst we are boosted, minus 40%. So that halves our damage reduction even when it's at its lowest by boosting. It does give us an extra 40% max distance, but we do not want to be taking shots whilst we're in boosted mode. We take hella damage. There's sometimes where you just have to get out of there or get over or underneath an enemy, but as a general rule, do not be boosted when you are engaging. Let's focus them down. Just in case they've got torpedoes, let's get a little bit of a wiggle on with these guys and adjust that there. Oh, good. So this is a Hydra, this is a support ship. So we have this posture system. That's to do with like reassigning crew to different areas and different postures and alert statuses. Whereas the Cylons, it's for them, the crew isn't an issue for them. They all work collectively, autonomously, like the Borg do, I would imagine. So for them, it's about distribution of processing power. The benefit that the Cylons have is they can overclock a single system, but they don't have the base that a lot of the colonial ships have. Again, as well as the Cylons were done in this game, because they're fantastic to play as. I've only played them a handful of times, but they're fantastic to play as in the skirmish mode, because it's all about fucking mass bombardments and massive amounts of fighters, and I do like fighters in this game. There's no by your command when you press on and give instructions. I mean, they do the so say we all in this all the bloody time. Where was the by your command? I know that's not in the new BSG, but still. And he warned you that jump wasn't ready. Well, that's the thing. I don't think it... That might be. Whilst we've got a bit of breathing room, that's a good point, actually, Doc. Where's Doc's ship? So let's recreate what happened on... this one. So let's get the jury rigging team on board the Glactica. Let's move everybody away from the
Commander.
engagement whilst I'm doing this. We've got reinforcements coming in
On
from
it,
the
Commander.
Cylons next turn. So I'm going to get this repair team on here, and then I'm going to check the FTL status and see what it says, because last time I'm pretty sure it said they were all green lit. And if they're not all going to jump, it's supposed to fucking warn you, just like when you're going to crash ships. RNG's being kind. Right, are
So
you
say
being
we all.
boosted? No.
Yes, Commander. On it, Commander.
Gather up, people. Gather
Yes,
up.
Commander.
But yeah, there's the Engineer Raptor Squadron. So the Raptors are... well, yeah, they're basically a transport vessel, but they can be armed in various things. Engineering Raptors, you can't get in the game normally. They come as part of the ships there, how they get their things to the ship that they go in. It just doesn't just magically happen like it does in some other games. Battlefleet Gothic. Which is another good game. I do like Battlefleet, but it's just... that's an RTS game. It's, yeah, not as enjoyable as this for me. Right, so that jury rigging team should be aboard the
There's no end to these fracking
Glactica.
things.
Jump status. Well, I don't know about you guys, but that says to me green across the board. However, I think that because that is now docked with Grizzon, that if we jump, we'll leave him behind. And there is no fucking warning. So this is another reason. It's just one more mechanic that will make a difference in combat, you know. +4 on a subsystem without having to adjust power is reasonably powerful. But the fact that I could lose a fucking ship, if I cancel it and jump, what happens? If I can cancel it and then jump and it goes, so they fucked off. Okay, we can use that then. So all I've got to do is, if I'm going to jury rig, I have to remember to do a thing. Yeah, definitely a stretch. Definitely a stretch. If I was really clever, I would have had my seat and chair and had it like done in all this Battlestar Galactica goodness. It is another thing that I like about this in the campaign. Like, I was looking at the map, but it's actually, you're a first person character and you can move about the bridge. It's very cool. You can't move very far, but it's nice that you can wander between the different consoles. Hey, look, more penises. So, Cylon processing power. So now that I've kind of told you guys about the posturing of the Colonial Fleet, this should and how the Cylons don't have posturing, they have processing power. So this should now make sense. So they get a -4 to their processing power. If we were on their screen, you would basically see that all ships, they'll have loads of blocks, and then you assign those to the different sections, and then you can overclock. So kind of like how the boost works in this, you can massively overclock the engines of the Colonials at the detriment of everything else. The Cylons are able to do that with every subsystem. It's part of the reason why their dangerous systems, their radar, is always going to outrange ours in most circumstances, because they can just overclock the hell out of their radar and make us before we can make them. However, we don't need to make them because missiles are a thing of the past. We are literal space tanks. Does a space tank need missiles? It probably would help, but...
On it, Commander.
Right, you here. The one thing that I will say is when I play the campaign of this, again, I haven't played this Anabasis mode much, but I do really enjoy it when I do play it. It has that sense of risk, reward, and loss that I like in these kind of games, in like little micro segments. It's very good. I'm going to possibly, if I'm going to do the campaign, I'm going to have to come up with some kind of challenge to make it difficult. Or I could just play it and fuck it up like I've done this mode. That's another option. Right, let's stay this time as a stack. Increase forward firepower. I don't want anything to get through. Increases it. Intensify forward firepower. If we bring ourselves around, so these are the little maneuvers that I like. So coming here and then having ourselves facing them is a good shout. If we bring ourselves more and then yaw,
Understood.
we'll turn snappier and bring our guns to bear just a little quicker. And we'll also be, instead of like here, we'll be a little further back and start making use of our range. We do not want our civilian fleet to get made, so I want to keep all eyes on the tanks, not on our soft underbelly. Ooh, that's probably fucking hurting.
Hostile unit
There's their fighter
identified.
squadrons. Now that's something I need to change.
Civilian ship is
And
being
I'd
attacked.
like to see if it works all the way through the campaign. How are we going to deal with that? Like that. So, I think we have to do it individually though. So, another level. I don't even touch this. You can auto fire at targets. So, for instance, we probably want our left and our right cannons assigned to squadrons. So they'll shoot at anything, but they'll prioritize squadrons. And because our top, bottom, and fronts are, they do a lot of damage but have low accuracy, they are made for capital ship engagements. Whereas our left and rights are higher accuracy but lower damage. They are made, well, they're not made for these ones, but they're better at dealing with squadrons. Now, one of the things, bear with, so I've got to do that on every single one. I don't think there's a quick command squadrons. Actually, hang on, there might be. Turrets. Can I change between the different ships? Or do I have to go back out and in every time? Nope. Okay, cool, bear with. Tea time. Go make a cup of tea. It shouldn't take too long. Squadrons. 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 Chris, if you return, remind me to do this. So this is a level of detail that I have never gone into on this game, but because you don't really need to. But because of how fine a line this mode can be, I think it is worth doing. These are all defenseless. They have nothing.
So say we all.
And let's jury rig, but let's remember, everybody. Let's remember. Let's remember. Right, so let's increase fire control on the Grizzon. Is anybody looking particularly nasty? So the other thing as well with these systems, with the jury rigging system, it's not too bad now knowing what I know about it. But this one here has deployable armor plating, but you'll see that it is 400 out of 400. So, but it will carry through, won't it? Yeah, we should be doing that straight off the bat and just using it all up. But it's another one of those, it's a resource, basically. Let's get some on your left. Yeah, we need to be doing that every jump. And, well, I'll show you what it does. Who was I putting that on? Was it on the Krakatoa?
On it, Commander.
Let's put it on... Was it there? No. Okay, it doesn't matter who it goes on. Just put it on somebody. Point plating on the right of Shanties.
Launching drones.
There you go. So then in a couple of turns, when we check Shanties, there should be like a green bar over his armor, and it will increase the armor on that one point. A lot of the time, the reason why I
Civilian
don't
ship
use
is
that,
taking damage. Civilian ship is taking damage.
I mean, the civilian ships are never going to last very long in this fleet. I can't really protect them very well. I have got the ability to restock with the Celestra. That's this one as well. But yeah, because the plating, as you're deploying it, is a used resource. Part of the problem that I have is it's like, well, where do you put it? You know, I suppose if you're always fighting on a single broadside, you could play every single ship with that broadside. That's a lot of micromanagement. Okay, well, our jury rigging days are over. Oh dear. So, because the jury rigging ship is dead, what happens to the jury rigging team?
Understood.
Those are doing a lot of damage. Because these have got they've got quite a lot of armor and a huge HP pool. So note as well.
Understood.
How as I'm bringing these about, it is tilting them. So what we could do here to make sure that we get as many of those spine shots going is go in that ways. And then it'll tilt us to the left. I mean, we're going to take it down pretty sharp anyway. Looking a bit battered there, Doc. Someone should really look after your ship. Jesus. Where are they? There they are. Okay, we can run from that. Good. But the problem is now we haven't got fighter support. We haven't even got the ability to do flak. We have been made. These guys transporting in, or FTLing in now, will be able to shoot missiles at us if they have them straight away. Very annoying. You can get away with these one-dimensional fleets. How far we can get,
Understood.
we'll find out. Now, has it disappeared? Has it fucked off? No, it hasn't. So, yeah, I guess we'll get to see in a minute. So there is no way, because the thing that it was on, I haven't got command of this. It's part of another ship. It's an extension. It's the arm of another ship. Because that ship has been blown, I can't get that off of Grizzon now. So it'll be fun when we do a jump. Because there's no way for me to order that. And here come the missiles. We might be able to outrun them. I mean,
Squadron
we're
has
slow
gone
as all
dark.
hell, so I doubt that.
Hostile unit identified.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Right between us and
no
our soft
ends to
underbelly.
these fracking things.
Turn, you fools! Duck. Torpedoes. Torpedoes. Good. So they've got torpedoes. They're probably going to have to go after our main. We could... Be careful of those missiles. So, with us boosting, these shouldn't get here by the time the turn ends, and then we can switch to defensive mode. Hopefully. But we are incredibly
Missiles
slow. Good.
incoming.
They're torpedoing
Civilian ship is
the
being
civilian.
attacked.
They've destroyed one of the penises. Oh, God. There you go. Oh, look at the timing. So now we can go that into defensive mode. I know that they're going to hit, or... God, they fucking love you, Doc. So I know they're going after Doc. They're close enough that I can see that. So if we put everybody on offensive, with the intent of trying to get some
Understood.
shots off on those. So everyone's in offensive, and now we can change Doc, who has unofficially become fleet commander. We can change him to defensive so that this won't do quite as much damage to his posterior arm.
We're gonna hammer the frackers till they can't get back up.
A full 2 salvos of rockets,
Minotaur
and
is
that's
taking
only
damage.
just penetrated the armor. It's pretty good going, as it happens. We managed to take one down. We don't need to worry about
System
subsystems
repairs
between,
underway.
and we are ready to FTL out of here. So, yeah, let's get some repairs, because I think we've... Another thing I don't like is I don't think it displays how much scrap, how much salvage we have anywhere until we get there. So we'll just have to remember, won't we? Off we go. Grizzon, hope you're coming with us. There's nothing that I can do. So if Grizzon doesn't come with us... He did. Okay, that's fine. So the boat stays on board, but it doesn't... I don't know why Chris got left behind. I really don't. We even waited an extra turn. And I'm sure it was green across the board. And it does say, if you're trying to FTL out and someone isn't ready, it will say, you're gonna fucking leave someone behind. Stupid game. Oh, and how's the... I know we're fairly deep in now. How's the sort of like music voice mix? Are we all good? I take it I can be heard. Because I've gone back over like that Crashlands live stream. And yeah, when it kicks off, yeah, you ain't hearing me. Even me. Let's go there. Oh, we can get some repairs. Right, 164. Okay. Full repair. Lovely. So this is one of the beauties of having a one-dimensional fleet where there's not a lot going on other than point all the guns at them. As we take damage, all we have to worry about is repair. Don't have to worry about sub-munitions, don't have to worry about fighters, don't have to worry about any of that crap. Cheers, Doc. Oh, we gain. Oh, we gain or we gained? No advanced signet info. Good. Still waiting for the fucking Conquistador to catch up, for fuck's sake.
Yes,
More
Commander.
bloody civilians. We need to keep them close. Having them too far away is what lost us loads of them last time. To be fair, I completely forgot. Again.
Yes, Commander.
Let's do that. And then... So, let's have a look. We put it on the Solari, didn't we? Has it been stripped off, or... I think it's been stripped off. So it doesn't carry over. Did I not put it on there? Let's have a look. Oh, no, because we... hang on, that shouldn't... That's not right. Cheers, Shanny, thank you. A bit sound thing. Sorry, I thought it was dog. Right. Shanty, you can be my second experiment. So I'm going to deploy plating on Shanty's Solari, and we'll put it on... We'll put it on the front.
Launching drones.
So that should be an extra, what is it, an extra 40 on your front. And if you don't take any damage there, I'd be interested to see if it carries over from battle to battle. If it doesn't, it's just another reason not to fucking use it. There they are, look, they're on board. I mean, probably should have put it on Doc. Even though we've done a full repair, Doc's looking pretty fucking chewed up still. Right. Carry on. Stay tight, you fools. But yeah, so this is... I think when I've played this previously, it's part of the reason why I've struggled with this mode. I was saying earlier, is that I play this game quite defensively. I'll turn tail and run and use my fighters and to deal with a lot of threats. And then as the fighters reveal enemy, I'll fire missiles at them. There's a reason for that as well. There's a mode that I play within the campaign where for every single point of damage you take, you have to pay for the repairs. And depending on where your ship is anchored, the repairs can be cheaper or more expensive. What's the best way to negate any repairs? Don't take any damage. And so I play this game in a way where I don't take damage. Hence why I said in the campaign, I'll name you all as ships and commanders. None of you will die. Whether it's a great watch or not, I'll let you guys be the decide.
Yes, sir.
But, yeah. I may have to set some boundaries and
Understood.
challenges for myself so that... so that it's more interesting. I mean, don't get me wrong, though. There's still things where it's like, oh, I'm trying this. That hasn't worked. Cool. Reload the battle. Nope, that didn't work. Reload the battle. Oh, this will work for this mission. So, a bit of save scumming going on. I don't think I've ever saved scummed when I've been live. And so I suppose that there will be the challenge. No save scumming. That's a lot of fighters. Fuck. Bring us about. Run!
On it,
you
Commander.
force! Yeah, that's not great. Full attack mode. I'm not going to focus on any of the squadrons. Hopefully they'll spread the love.
Hostile unit identified.
Yep, straight round them. Straight round them, straight for the
Civilian
soft
ship is
underbelly.
taking damage.
Cool, well, we were... Fuck's sake. Let's try and keep them there. You remember that bit where I said that these aren't bad against fighter squadrons? Oh, dear, oh, dear. Chris, if you're gonna jump in, now's the fucking time. Yeah,
So say we
we're
all.
not really gonna do the damage there, so let's spread it out a bit.
Yes, Commander.
Oops. Oh, for fuck's sake.
On it, Commander.
Cool. Right. So, turns out they're not... I mean, I didn't focus fire on them. Turns out they're not so great. Right, we should be able to melt that one in quick order. Their frontal armor on these are absolutely shit.
Civilian ship is taking damage.
Incoming. Sector 4-4.
Civilian mark is dark.
I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
they even got their manifest. Who their families are back home.
Wish you could... Oh, you can. Cool. Yeah, don't ram them, please.
Understood.
That's another mode.
On it, Commander. Yes, Commander. Understood.
Let's get them all low, because that's what's doing all the damage, I think. That's... Cool. Well, I mean, at least the civilians are keeping the fighters busy. Good job, civvies.
Minotaur is taking
Oh,
damage.
shit.
Civilian ship is being attacked.
Fuck.
Celestra is taking damage.
Shit. Well, congratulations, Grizzon. Congratulations, Shanty. I thank you for your service. It just fucking rammed. So, I'll show it in the replay. That'll make a good replay, I'm sure. So
Commander.
now is definitely the fucking time if you're coming, Chris. Yeah, we're gonna need
On
you.
it, Commander.
See, all this time as well, because we got one of our Minotaurs taken off of us at the start, we could have had another ship's worth of firepower to add to the already impressive firepower that we have. But yeah, that was quite calamitous. So it didn't warn me of a
Understood.
collision there. So I don't think it was expecting a collision, and then the enemy moved in such a way where there was a collision. So that was fun, and yeah. Fucking someone crashed into Shanty who fucking pinballed into Grizzon. Brilliant. Perfect. Just what we want to see in a replay. 4 turns.
Celestra is taking damage.
Plating breach, Sector 7.
Cool, there goes the Celestra. Bye-bye. Excellent, I've managed to get both sisters killed. They're so annoying. Right, let's try and bring you boys about. Hence. Whereas the campaign is, I don't know, it's actually quite relaxing the way I play it. Oh good, more. Just what we needed. See if we can do something. Is that dead? Yes, it is. Good. Right. I mean, do what you can about the fighters, lads. I mean, they are being a little shredded. So, Cylon fighters have a lot more HP because there's a lot more craft, but they go down quite quickly. Once you start concentrating firepower on them, you can see them blowing up.
Secondary battery. Full attack mode. Fire at will.
Ow. Well, I guess I won't be doing that fucking Shanty experiment then, will I? Oh, FTL's ready. Defensive. Everybody is definitely ready. Enables resupply, repair and resupply. Or plus 10% salvage gain. That one. Cool. Jump 4 survived. Oh, this is going to be great. Looking forward to this one. A fantastic replay. Camera angles, camera angles. There you go. Yeah. Keep the civilians close to the main flotilla. You know, they'll be able to survive a lot longer. Then fighters happened. They just fucking run. So it's
Fire.
For fuck's sake. I don't think the Cylons go in for kamikazes, but that was a pretty fucking good one.
Optimizing firing solutions.
Those fighters are absolutely raking our hull. So if you're seeing shots hit something and no effects, that's armor that they're hitting. If you're seeing shots hit and little explosions, they are through the armor. Being on fire in space as well isn't advisable. Brilliant. Very rarely do I see the... I mean, they didn't go in. I probably could have done something to avoid that. I wasn't even thinking that it would turn that way and just fucking ram us. But good use of resources on the Cylons. They just traded 800 points worth of ships for 1,800 points worth of ships. Right, repairs. Our list of allies grows thin. For fuck's sake, repairs. What? Repairs and resupplies. Plating can be replaced. Wounds can be mended. As long as there is breath, there is hope. Light Ascent is strongest against the Sisters Agathon. So I can't repair because... Why? Oh, I wonder if it's because I lost the Celestra. Yeah, because that's the thing that does the plating. That's a mechanic I didn't know about. So another thing with this, I wish I'd been doing my tips and tricks stuff when this was, you know, out and popular, because there's nothing on it out there. Absolutely. Well, I mean, there's a couple of guides and a couple of basic bits and pieces, but nothing majors. Maybe I'll write a book. I probably fucking know enough about this too. Right. You know that bit where I said that we had this tactic, right, where we just go straight at them? That's changing. Can we jump now, please? No. Hang on. Oh, right, okay. So we've got 12 turns to spin up. Brilliant. Turn, turn, turn. Now, the other thing for the observant amongst you, based on the tactics that I said that I use in this game, where I run my frigates and cap ships away, launch waves of fighters and slowly whittle them down, unveil the Dreadus contacts, and then fire support the fighters with my capital ships from vast distances. That does work in this mode, except you will see there is a very thin line. It's almost imperceptible. Let me get a good angle on it. There is a very thin line, and that is our area of operation. You can see it here. If we go out of that, we get penalized in that I think it reduces, basically you slow to a crawl, you don't shoot, you don't do a lot of anything. So we have an AO. I think they're not. Can you not get the map? No, there's no map. Okay. Makes it quite hard to work out where that fucking is. Is there a... Oh, there you go. The M button. So here is my AO. So you can kind of get away with skirting around the outside, but if you can't just get away from them for a long time, you're a bit fucked. And then the other problem that I have with that tactic... The other problem that I have... Chris, any fucking time, mate. The other problem that I have with that tactic as well is the whole idea is to get contact on them so that we can fire missile support in and not get seen ourselves so that they can't blast us to bits. The problem is in this mode, they'll just fucking FTL straight in on top of us and unveil everything, so... Basically, the way to play this is to be more aggressive than I am in this game. I'm usually... Defensive is the wrong word, but I play in a certain way so that I don't have to spend my resources to do repairs. Like that. And now we're made. It's Chris! Hey, we're not made! It's Chris! He's back! Brilliant. I've had that mechanic happen one time before, and so, yeah, it's something that you could potentially use. So if you had something that isn't particularly good in the early game, but is pretty good in the late game, you could try and purposefully leave it behind, and we could use... I do feel like I'm cheesing it now. I can't think of times where that'd be useful. Look at that, the Conquistador's back, and she's... fully armored. Perfect. Fucking Chris coming back in. What happened to Grissom and Shanty? Don't ask. There's a little bit of a flight plan error. But yeah, like little things. There's not a lot of information about the game out there, and there's not a lot of information about this mode either. And little things like that. Just, you know, one of your ships that you thought was fucking gone and forgotten. Because in other games, it'd be just like, yep, that unit's out of there. It's considered destroyed. Not here. The commanders even come back. I thought we got rid of the sisters. Ah, well. Keep running. If we'd have got a repair, I could have potentially speared through this lot. Again. As you can probably tell with a tactic like this, it's... yeah, they're always going to wear us down. I mean, you say yay, K2, but, yeah. These are not good red siren alerts. These ones, no, not very good at all. Can we get her out of here for a repair? Press into formation. So the only real drawback that I found from... and again, it's not my tactic as well. I've seen it reasonably documented. Is the tactic that we're using here is called the wall. And I'd worked that out for myself, but as I said, there's lots of documentation about this. And the only downside is it can be quite difficult to dodge, because the enemy will fire at one, and even if you move out of the way, they'll probably hit another for the likes of torpedoes. But for me, the benefits vastly outweigh the cons. Right, we're bringing it about just for Kim, because she's a little bit on fire there. Oh, what dodge though as well, look at that. Spun out the way. But they know where to concentrate the fire on as well. They're not stupid, these frackers. Right, can we do something about that? Not really. We might actually be able to bring that squadron down. There's a lot of missiles. But we can't go into defensive mode just yet because we need to keep the fire rate up. Oh, God. Cool. Bye, Kim. Thank you for your service. Everyone else is actually looking pretty good. And that's good. Kim's bought us some time there by taking all that missile fire. They've all locked onto her and now she's dead. So that's a load of wasted missiles. Right. Bring her into full attack mode. Let's see if we can take this guy out. I think this might be the end, gentlemen. Straight at him. Yeah, I suppose one of the other things that I've never really done on this as well is really put some time and effort into... Again, I haven't played this mode a lot, which is why I thought it'd be good to play. To put some time into, like, fleet compositions and working out points values. But, like, I'd like to be able to complete this with as low a fleet value as possible, but let's try and complete it first. I can already do it with quite a high value, taking in... for anyone who's seen the Battlestar Galactica. No, let's not ram anyone else. Not today. Underneath. Get a bit close. For anyone who's seen Battlestar Galactica, the Mercury is the class that the Pegasus is in Battlestars, the new show, newer show. I don't think there was like those sort of classes. There was just Battlestars in the original Battlestar Galactica. There are a lot more special. Fly, you fools! Is anybody actually weak? No. You are. You're getting there. Oh, God, don't ram it. Try and kill that, at least. What we could do is, I might, after we've done this one, I could end the stream there, but then I'll do a bit of after party and I'll just carry on playing the campaign. I won't bother naming any of you in that campaign. You'll have your own. Have your own campaign and I'll slowly add. I'll need a fair amount of names though, I tell you. 4 turns. 2 turns until our more reinforcements are in. Save a little. Oh, God. Cool. It was really nice of you to join us, Chris. Sake. Repair nav. Didn't even realise you were taking damage. Not that much, anyway. And he's being hacked. Oh, he's not going quietly into the night, though. Who's that fucking... Von and Doc making a break for it. Chris has only just got here and he's making the fucking heroic sacrifice play already. Perfect. Perfect. Well done, Chris. See if you can take his engines out. On. Yep. Oh, engine's down. Engine's out. I could could do with Chris to show up again like 6 more times. He's still going though. Oh no, he's no, he's not. No, he's not. Oh god, who's out next? Oh, Doc. Look at this. Von's gonna survive. Go, Von, go. Oh, we're FTL ready. Get out of here. Go. Repairs? We'll just have to chance it. Minus 18% salvage. Go. Not all ships are jump ready. What? Fuck. Hang on. Okay. That I didn't realize. If you're repairing your tech bay, you can't jump. Hang on. Let's just double check that. This has never come up. So if you're repairing your armory, you're fine. If you're repairing your tech bay, it doesn't like that. If you're repairing nav, that's fine as well. Cool. Right, repair nav then. Everybody go into defensive mode. Try and negate some of that damage. And jump. Good job, everybody. Well done. We're out. Literally came straight in for a last stand. Jumped in. You're right, lads, what happened here? Where's Grison? Where's Shanty? Should we watch Chris's heroic sacrifice with my excellent editing skills? My amazing camera work? Quiet K2. It's me doing it, it's not automatic.
I hate the quiet before the first shot.
Bon's Vulture there, look. Doc's Dionysus. K2's Krakatoa. We all happy for me to do that? I'll just assign names based on the starting. I know it isn't quite naming the ship after yourselves, but I want to get you guys invested. See who lasts longest, because it will be about who lasts longest in this fucking mode. Especially with I'm playing it. So PC game. Is this one of the things that I will say is like the game for something that's like what I think when did it come out? It's like 2016, 2017. So it's an old game, but it's stunning to look at. I've got it on the top level of graphics setting. My PC can run a little hot if I'm doing other things whilst I'm playing it, which I often am. Oh, there's Chris, look. Chris sliding into the formation. What happened to Grison and Shanty ships? I'm always planning a Warhammer run. So. Oh, you're talking about Chaos Gate, aren't you? Yes, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to see how things go with the VR channel, because I need to get on top of that a little bit more. I want to be on 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. With me having a break, or with me stopping for a bit to test, and doing some editing and doing some videos, I haven't left myself a lot of time to get those 3,000, 2,500 subscribers or whatever it is that I've got myself blocked for. But I would like to get Mondays going as well. So streaming on Monday and Thursday on this channel, and then Wednesday and Saturday on VR, like I was doing towards the end of it. And as I said, I didn't stop doing that schedule because it was getting on top of me or anything. It was part of an experiment. The one thing that I will say is, for those of you who have channels, it kind of worked with this channel. I put 4 videos out, which were just live streams that I'd edited a little bit from the other channel up, with some okay thumbnails, and they were all Void War, I think. 3 Void Wars and 1, another one that I want to play some more of, Starship Troopers. And yeah, I definitely like the channel was at like 1 or 2 views, or one view an hour maybe, and maybe 20 or 30 in the last 48 hours. And I have seen those numbers double from when I stopped for a bit and then started again. I didn't put the level of effort into this channel as I have the main VR channel. So I'm still out on whether what I'm doing will have any effect or work, but again, I'll report the results. Because it's one of the things that I very rarely see from a lot of people that give a lot of YouTube advice, is them actually, you know, saying, well, I did this and this is what happened. It's always, you should do this and you should do that and you should do the other. And it's like, yeah, but will it work for me? Who fucking knows? What's this bullshit then? So this is because we've lost the Celestra. It must be. But good news, everybody. We have acquired somehow. Where is it? Where is it? Oh. Good news, everybody. We've acquired another penis. Right, let's see who's going to survive. Who's going to last longest? My money's on Vaughn. She always survives. Come on, little penis. Like, one of the things I'd love is if I was able to rename the civilian transports as well. So, like, you channel regulars, you get the warships. But if someone comes in and goes, oh, hi, just found the channel. Oh, I love Battlestar Galactica Deadlock. Can I be a ship? You're damn right you can. Have a penis. Oh, and just in case, Slytherin Studios, they're the developers of this one, and they're the publishers of this one, and Black Lab Games. They also did another game that I really enjoy called Warhammer 40k Battle Sector. That is turn-based Warhammer 40k goodness at it's somewhere between the squad and the epic level, if you're a 40k or a tabletop-y type person. Doesn't quite go as far up as Titans. It's, I suppose, yeah, it's at the squad level, but quite a mass squad level. Trying to think what the biggest thing in there is. Probably Dreadnoughts. Doesn't go up to like Baneblades or anything along those lines. But yeah, Slytherin and Black Labs, if you're listening, I've got loads of DLC that you could give me for various games. I would be happy to show those games off. Problem is, I think I need a bigger channel here first, so we shall see. Yeah, I suppose I should really talk briefly on the reasons why. So the reason why this game is unavailable to buy anymore is simply because the license expired. Which, yeah, I mean, you know, you sign what you have to sign. I think I heard that it was something to do with terms and conditions that NBC had wrote in. I don't think it was a hoodwink either. I would imagine it'll be part of the terms and conditions. They've done it with other things as well. There's apparently quite a good Battlestar Galactica board game that's also now unable to be bought and completely out of print. And that was also taken away due to the IP running out. Yes. I say I've never bothered about that whole micromanaging the turrets for like squadron closest in capitals, but I think I have before, and I think I came to the conclusion that it doesn't make enough of a difference to piss about. Oh, well, they're going straight after the penis then. Nice. So, these ones are a problem. We're probably not going to be able to repel that before it lands. They're heavy raider squadrons. They are chocked full of Centurions, ready to rip the living shit out of the guts of the Dionysus and the Vulture. They are easier to take down than actual fighter squadrons. Well, that's one down. Got him. And with time to spare to go into defensive posture. It's one of the things that is a bit strange about this, how you can instantly switch from turn to turn, from posture to posture, but then you could say that as the turns are going, the commander's moving people to the next posture. So, oh, is it gone? God. Those penises are not very hardy in this. Right, who are you targeting? You're targeting... Fucking hell, are they going after... Oh, no, they're going after Von. No, they're going after Doc. Right, Doc, you go on the defensive. Von, you go on the offensive. We started out with 6. Opposite day. Must be. Must be opposite day. But yeah, I am looking forward to doing a Chaos Gate. I want to do a Chaos Gate campaign. I would like to do some more on Starship Troopers. What else did I have? I was talking about that Star Trek Voyager game earlier. I'd like to give that a crack. I'm going to learn to play that as well before I start playing, start live streaming it. I mean, I'll do a couple of runs, make sure I'm au fait with the controls. I don't want to know everything that's going to happen around every fucking corner. But it is, from what I can gather, a bit of a row. Like, God, we're going to get fucking swarmed here. I don't think I can destroy that before it gets too close. I managed to bring him down, though. Can you? That's one. Oh, got him just. Oh dear, Doc. Go, catch it, Von! Run! Trying to hide in the explosive effluence that was the Dionysus. Thank you for your service, Doc. Remember that thing I said about not boosting when you're under fire? I mean, what can we do against such hate? And look at what's on the way as well. So, good time to show off the boarding mechanic. So we can board them as well, but we have to have Raptors, which take up a fighter squadron. So I don't usually use Raptors. The other problem as well is if a Raptor is boarded, that's the Colonials transport vessel. If it is boarded on a ship and that ship was to be destroyed, it would tear it would kill all the Marines on board and it would destroy the Raptor, which gets fucking expensive. And as you've seen, things can just fucking blow up on a dime. Nothing to do with the commanding, all to do with just, you know, the game. And that didn't work out very well. The way the boarding mechanic works is either they board you or you board them. There will be a number of Marines, there will be a number of boarding party, and it will switch those around to Cylons and boarding party, I think, or Marines and Cylons if you're boarding them. And then these bars basically work against each other. With the Cylons, as they start clearing out your Marines, they'll be, when it gets low enough, they'll start doing damage to subsystems. And I believe it's the same way around. I haven't done a lot of boarding. I found it a bit underwhelming, if I'm honest. It's very, very pernickety for not a lot of gain. But one of the benefits that you do get whilst you are boarding is you reduce for the Colonials anyway, is you reduce the ship that's being boarded's accuracy. So it could work. It's just a hell of a lot of micromanaging for what I don't think is a lot of benefit. Well, that's fucking Von's engines out. Yeah. Cheers, Vaughn. You survived until last. Well done. Excellent work. I know, right, Doc? That's what I was saying. And we still got not a bad score, actually. There we go. Wouldn't it be nice if I could just press view replay and it replayed the entire stretch? I could just sit back and charge my mouse. Wouldn't that be great? Well, I'll tell you what, I'll leave the decision up to no, I won't. No, I won't. I think we've had enough of Operation Anabasis for tonight. I do plan on playing this a lot more. I want to give this some more goes. I'm currently playing through a Fleet Admiral campaign, which is pretty much locked down, which I'll show off a little bit in the after party, and show you just how deep this game goes. Depending on how long that goes, I might do it as a little bit of a campaign tutorial or midway campaign sort of thing. But yeah, I'll put some time into this and have a think about some decent fleet compositions. It's a shame that I can't rename the ships as I want them, but we have a system that we can adopt now, which will work. Other than that, this has been Battlestar Galactica, running natively on my PC. I have been Silver Tongue Devil. Good night.